One more minute. I gotta stall one more minute. What else you got? All right, this person didn't want me to say happy birthday to her, but I'm gonna do it anyways because we gotta kill a couple minutes while we wait for the fighters. So my COO, my right-hand man, Mario Recupero, his daughter turned 19 today. And she's here right here in this bright orange shirt, 19 years old. And as an annoying dad, he wanted to sing happy birthday. So real quick, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mario. Happy birthday to you.
All right, thank you guys for embarrassing her on her birthday. That's all we wanted to do. The fighters are backstage. Let's go.
Oscar. Okay, another title fight.
Third out of 4 underway, a rematch.
This one is a rematch.
That it is.
5 rounds this time. So 5 rounds this time around. They fought to a 3-round decision. Mitch Raposo won that one. But like we said, Mitch Raposo has since won the title. All the contenders around didn't want to fight Mitch. Simple as that. They turned the fight down. It was looking like Mitch wouldn't have a fight for this card. However, Will Grosstuck was looking for a fight. President Mike Polvera said, hey, Will, only guy I got is Mitch. Will said, hey, I'll do the rematch. I'm down. Give me that fight. And here he is. Second crack at Mitch Raposo. Will Grosstuck, man, he hasn't fought since the loss to Raposo. So you got to think when you lose to a guy, you're thinking about that for a while. So I'm sure he's been thinking about that fight. He's been thinking about Mitch. He's been improving his game and working on what happened in that fight. He learned a lot. He was able to go 3 rounds with Mitch. So that's a lot to learn about a guy. And, you know, he's looking for the title here. This is his second title fight. You know, of course, we saw him in his third fight. He took on Josh Meehan for the title, for the vacant title at the time. And he came up short in that fight. So this is a guy with a ton of experience. He has championship experience. And, you know, he's a hammer in this division. At 125 pounds, there's not a lot of guys that are jumping at the bit to fight Mitch, but Will is one of those guys. So here comes the champ, mighty Mitch Raposo. Now, Mitch Raposo, lots of hype all around. I mean, this kid, you know, everybody knows he's just an amateur. Kid's only 19 years old, but this kid is just unbelievably talented. He's such a complete fighter. He mixes up his striking with his takedowns just so beautifully. And Full Combat has said it a few times on their Twitter where they remind him and they remind me of a young GSP. He times his takedowns beautifully by setting it up with his hands. And when he takes you down, most guys just can't get up. His grind from top is just unbelievable. I know it firsthand. I trained with the kid. I sparred with the kid. When he takes you down, even though he's only 125 pounds, he feels a lot heavier than that because his top pressure is unbelievable.
A rematch for the ages. Will Grosstuck, one of the best fights I've ever called to date against Josh Meehan in his first ever title shot. Came short in that, lost by 3rd round, triangle choke. It was a sensational back and forth bout. He's looking to make the right adjustments here. He's no longer rocking Harambe shorts. He's got the tie shorts on. And, you know, he's just waiting for this undefeated young prospect champion in Mitch Raposo to make his way to the cage and face off with him for a second time.
I was just saying, Full Combat has been calling him the young GSP.
I mean, he's definitely got a fight style similar to that. He's able to control all facets of the fight at his will. He steps in, brimming with confidence. And he's so young and he's got so much potential. This is a fight that Harry Jones needs to make official right now.
All right, our next bout is for the Cage Titans 125-pound amateur flyweight championship. Introducing first, in the red corner, the challenger. He has an amateur record of 2-2. He's representing Level Ground. Give it up for William Grosstuck.
his opponent in the blue corner, the champion. He has an amateur record of 4-0. He's representing Regiment Training Center. Give it up for Mighty Mitch Raposo.
Steve Rita, our referee for this amateur flyweight title fight. The challenger, William Graustuck, in the blue trunks with the silver trim. The champion in the gray trunks in Mitch Raposo. They touch gloves in the middle, and again, Will Graustuck's the only man to say yes to this challenge, and he eats a kick early. Mitch shoots in.
Right away with the takedown.
Immediately, flawless timing. I mean, deep on a guillotine attempt right here.
I talked to Mitch earlier. He said he wants to finish this kid last time. Last time the fight went the distance. He says it's not going to go the distance this time.
He's looked, he's already made so many leaps and bounds in just his aggressiveness in his fights. We saw him I almost want to say timid in his first couple of fights, but then he's been picking up the pace, really trying to isolate limbs every time he gets into the ground, passing position, throwing more effective ground and pound. I'm very much impressed with how many improvements Mitch Raposo's made in the last couple fights.
Yeah, every time, I mean, like you said, he's only 19 years old. The kid's still learning every day. Every time he fights, he gets that much better.
And Graustuck's not deterred by the hype behind Mitch Raposo, because Graustuck's very determined, because he wants to win this belt and then call out Chris O'Brien, because he just wants to be the next flyweight champion to call out Chris O'Brien. That's what he said to me at weigh-ins yesterday.
Mitch wants to do that?
No,
Or
Will Graustuck does.
Awesome. Love it.
Graustuck will fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. That's why he said yes to this fight, and he showed up. Big time stepping up to try and scratch one of those losses from his record. Finds himself on his back here. Mitch Raposo just doing a good job keeping him here, popping up, throw a couple punches, keep the control going.
Graustuck is very dangerous off his back. His first two fights, he won by quick arm bars.
So far, just controlling the posture of Raposo, though. Not really being as offensive.
There's the pass. Right into side control. Oh, but look at that. Gets his guard right back.
You cannot discredit the
kid
technical ability of William Graustuck.
Slick off his back.
Big right hand from Mitch. Trying to posture up and pass the knee. Graustuck, good job keeping his guard still. When you got full guard up against the fence like this, you let it go and try and post up and walk back up, or with a guy like Mitch Raposo on you, do you just keep the posture controlled as best as you can?
Yeah, with a guy like Mitch Raposo, you got to be careful. You can't be too overzealous, because if you just throw something up, he's going to catch it. He's going to pass. But staying in this full guard like this, Will Graustuck's kind of, I would rather see him try to get up to his feet. Oh, he's trying to work that rubber guard.
Through the end of the first frame, we've seen what we've
Just
seen so many
a
times
real
before
quick
from
reminder,
Mitch
ladies and
Raposo.
gentlemen.
Good timing on a shot, a takedown.
Quick reminder,
and tons of
there is to
control
be
on
no
top.
flash photography today, or if
The
you're taking a
beautiful
video, there's
Perry
no lights on
signifies
your
the
video
round,
camera,
and
please.
the
Once
gorgeous
again, no
Cassie
flash on any
follows her with the
photography,
belt
and if you're
for
taking
the
a video,
third time
no
tonight.
lights on your camera, please. Thank you very
lots
much.
of title fights tonight. But yeah, like you said, a lot of the same from Mitch. Beautiful takedown right off the bat.
Jacobo Opito looks like in the corner. Is that Jacobo? No.
It's got a nice wink from Mitch.
That is Jacobo Opito in the corner.
That is Jacobo in the corner.
Couldn't tell. He was wearing like a normal outfit.
Which is very uncommon for him.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget the mouthpiece.
Oh, come on, Jacobo.
You had one job.
One job.
Seriously, Jacobo Opito one of the savagest of savages, someone who vacated this title in order to open up. Oh, what a
big
head kick from Mitch Raposo.
Good setup, too. It's very TJ Dillashaw style,
Feint
where
to
he
the
kind of
left.
ducks the head and then throws the kick.
Fires off a left hand, shoots under for the double, gets it, full past.
Just the way that
side
Mitch just
control.
throws his double legs, like his drive is just so good. He just takes you down every time.
Graustick's been able to get his guard back though thus far. Back to the cage. Graustuck in half guard now. Mitch Raposo looking for an avenue to find himself in a more dominant position. Good work from Mitch Raposo, creating some space, firing off some ground and pound. I've yet to see Mitch Raposo lose a round.
Me either. Even in sparring. Just kidding. That'd be me.
Don't ever wink like that to me again.
Ooh, he gets him a half guard. See if he can pass this time.
Well, he's looking like he's trying to set up an arm triangle, then he just relinquished it. Good short punches. Good forearm pressure. Just Raposo, just always in control. Will Graustuck is not an easy man to keep down.
Oof. Half guard here. Oh, looking to isolate, try to land some shots. Ooh.
Nice. Nice left hands from Raposo.
See if he can try to pass here, maybe go to mount.
Mighty Mitch. Minnie Mouse. Isn't Minnie Mouse a girl, though?
Minnie Mouse is a girl. But I think it's a reference to Mighty Mouse. He's like the Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Although he might be taller than Mighty Mouse.
Oh, he's going for the Kimura here, though.
Ooh,
10 seconds left.
Oh, he lets it go.
Oh, yeah, with only 10 seconds left.
Yeah, he heard the bell. I think he
He's going to try and throw a punch.
figures.
All right, so for the end of two, Mitch Raposo's doing what he always does, controlling. Graustuck trying his best to get his guard back and get back up to his feet. So what do you got to do when you have an opponent who's continually timing a shot on you? Do you time a guillotine? Do you time that sprawl and try to ground a pound out of it? What kind of adjustments do you recommend someone like Will Graustuck to make in this situation?
I think he's got to try to keep it on his feet, or maybe even go for a takedown of his own. I mean, we've never seen Mitch on his back, really. So, I mean, if you let Mitch get on top of you, he's just going to grind you out. Like, we already know that. So if Will can try to, maybe if he can try and time the guillotine, but he's just going to get taken down. If he tries to time his own takedown, switch it up on Mitch, maybe put him on his back. That's somewhere where we haven't seen Mitch, so that could be something new for him. I don't know. I'm not sure how good Will is off on top, but if I was fighting Mitch, I would try to get on top of him.
Fight fire with fire, fight takedowns with takedowns. The advice from Rich Santiago. Round three about to get going. Raposo looks like he hasn't even broke a sweat yet, really. Still looks very fresh. And, Will Graustuck looks in decent shape, too. We've seen him go into deep waters before. Oh, he touches the gloves and then throws a punch, and that ticked Mitch off. But Mitch just smiled it off. Nice knee from Mitch. I can see Mitch turning up the intensity here. Will Graustuck. When you are down 5 rounds to nothing total to one fighter, you got to try what you got to try, I guess. There's the 2 again from Mitch Raposo. They touch gloves, and Will Graustock threw that check hook right off the glove touch, trying
Hey,
to catch
man.
Mitch sleeping.
If you're not
That's why-
cheating, you're not trying.
Well, that's why you don't touch gloves
It's
in
another,
between rounds.
yeah, exactly. I never touch gloves.
Kimura
like I
here
said.
for Mitch
Oh,
Raposo.
now he might have it now.
And he's got a lot more
He's gonna
time
try
to
to rip
work.
it off.
He's going to step over the head.
Yes, there it is.
He
That's
was
it.
He was stepping towards the head, and he definitely threw that thigh into the head of Will Graustock for good measure there.
Yes, get
Straight
past the guard.
arm bar.
Now throw it.
Now it's in side control. Very bad spot for Will Graustock. He's doing a good job of straightening that left arm out and not letting that shoulder really compress. Mitch needs to try and bend the arm at the fold at the
There you go.
elbow. And he needs to get his left arm to his right hip. Graustock trying to separate the space there, putting his left knee in between. He's got to keep straight arming here and there. He's out of
Ooh,
it,
he's
but he
looking for
finds
the
himself in the
crucifix.
crucifix position. Graustock is just trying to survive here. This is an onslaught of grappling superiority right here, where Mitch is just 1 or 2 steps away from being caught in a dominant
Oh,
position.
he's got the key lock now into mount.
Wow, just flawless transitions for
Definitely.
Mitch Raposo here.
Back into mount.
And
Ooh,
Graustock trying
on
to
the back
roll.
now.
One hook, rolling into side control,
Oh,
going for the
looking for the
arm
triangle.
triangle. He might have that arm triangle. He's just going to get that left knee over to the side to Will's.
Graustock's
Left side.
jiu-jitsu, so high level. He's just so hard to tap.
Mitch is catching him some stuff, but
He gets out of
Graustock,
everything.
he knows the defense for it, and he's executing the defenses
Oh,
perfectly.
this could be tight.
That's a tight arm
This
triangle.
could be it.
Cutting the angle, staying low, shoveling the head. Is
He's
Mitch
squeezing it.
Mitch Raposo, I think he needs to get his head a little bit lower on the arm in that arm triangle.
He's got to
The
walk
way,
out.
the
tee
way,
off.
the way,
Ooh.
the way Will Graustock is kind of
Oh, he
pressuring.
readjusts.
He's pressuring the elbow to the ear of Mitch Raposo. He might not be low enough, and he's also in half guard, not quite full side control, trying to walk his hips
Ooh,
out to the
loses it.
side. And there we go. He lost it. Will Graustock, excellent job recognizing that arm triangle attempt, making sure that elbow was low enough to Mitch's head to make sure he couldn't close the gap and cut the blood to the head. But Mitch Raposo being very diligent in his attack right here. Several submission attempts. This very well could be a 10-8 round.
Yeah, sure. I mean, again, another dominant round by Mitch. And
I
that time, looking for a lot of big submission attempts.
Eric Grossman and Jacobo Epito continue to try to make the adjustments for Mitch Raposo as Cassie and Kerry get us set for the championship rounds of this flyweight title fight. Yeah, Mitch Raposo, really good output up there on the ground, continually searching for that finish. When you got a guy as good as Will Graustock, though, who's doing nothing but trying to survive and trying to stay ahead of you and stop those submission attempts, it's tough to finish that guy.
Yeah, it's very tough to finish a guy who's just fighting to not get finished, because Will just hasn't had a chance to have any offense yet.
He's got to do something different. He needs to not throw anything or do anything and just try and stuff the takedown a couple of times just to, I mean, it's unstoppable. Mitch is 100% takedown percentage, as far as I'm concerned. I don't remember him last
Pretty
time.
sure he is.
In his whole fight career at the amateur ranks. I haven't seen a takedown of his stuff yet.
No.
No touch of the gloves this round.
Yeah.
6 minutes to go in this
Good man,
championship
that.
fight. Mitch still hasn't lost a bump in his step.
Another head kick.
That one landed at the base of the foot. See, I'd like to see Mitch keep it on the feet for an entire round.
Me
and
too.
not go for it, because he's got good technique. He cuts very good angles, and he's fast. That's a head kick that land. Raposo catches it. Mitch barrels out. Did he just flip him off? I hope he didn't.
What's that?
I thought he flipped him off. Never mind.
Oh, that's frowned upon.
It's the light that's right in my eye right now. Good angle cutting from Mitch, and he ducks under beautifully again, scores the 2. Fourth round in a row that he finds himself in top position, passing over to half guard. Good shoulder pressure. Raposo is just dominant here, and Will Graustock is exhausted on his back right now. Mitch has gone 5 rounds before. We know his gas tank is totally ready for it. Let's see if he ups it a notch here and just really goes to finish this exhausted Will Graustick down.
This kick could go 10 rounds.
I'll make it 15.
Probably, honestly.
There's a nice pass, but good pop of the hips from Graustick to get double butterfly hooks back.
Double butters.
The Texas Roadhouse butter. Big
Oof,
slam.
the slam.
The back of Graustick's head hit the mat right there. Just
Graustick's got to start going for broke. Throwing up arm bars, throwing up triangles.
you know exactly what Mitch Raposo's going to do, and good luck stopping it. There's just nobody that's been able to do it, not a soul at 125. Big ground and pound, adding up the points here from Mitch Raposo. He's walking Graustick right to the cage. Big punches here from Raposo. He's trying to pass and posture up to get these more effective. But Graustick doing a flawless job trying to survive. See if he tries to get back up to his feet and land some offense of his own. Mitch said he really wants a finish here in this fight. Continually trying. Is he? But Will Graustick proven to be just too tough today. Right in front of the broadcast booth.
Big shots here. Big shots here.
Sweat just hit my mouth. Big output with the ground and pound from Mitch Raposo. Will Graustick doing the best that he can to try and control the posture and get back to his feet. And that's the end of 4. Raposo and Graustick go to the 5th and final. I mean, we know that Graustick has to absolutely go for broke and go for a finish any which way possible in this 5th and final round. But in a way, Mitch Raposo, he's been critical of himself as well as received some critique of him not being able to finish fights. But again, he's fighting savages like Will Graustick, who's a stud on the ground and just knows all of the finishing techniques that Raposo's throwing his way and able to survive. Let's see if Raposo decides to keep this 5th round on the feet, try and score a knockdown or hurt him, as Jacobo Opito demonstrates how to post up on a foot and a hand to get back up to the feet in the event that Graustick gets taken down again, because the corners know, the coaches know, Will needs a finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Will's definitely got to go for broke here. Let's see if he has enough in the gas tank to do it.
And try something, a cartwheel kick, a spinny attack.
Jacobo with the mouthpiece again. Come on.
You had one job, Jacobo. Can't wait to see that kick fight again, though, seriously.
Me too.
Absolute stud in that cage. But we've got 3 more minutes of action.
3 minutes here.
To see who takes home the gold at flyweight. Raposo still looking fresh as ever. Looks like a left hook landed for Raposo. Ducks under, big slam in the takedown.
Again, just, you know it's coming, and you still can't stop it.
It's like trying to stop a train by pushing it.
125-pound train.
Trying for that arm again is Raposo. Graustick just locking down that half guard, triangling his legs together. Graustick got his guard back. I mean, Graustick is a stud off of his back.
Yeah, he's
no doubt
he's
about
so
it.
slick off his back.
Very George St. Pierre-esque. I mean, I have to agree with the folks at Flow Combat. It's very true because he just smothers guys and it just has his way with them. There's nothing anybody's been able to do to stop.
Big shots here. Will's in trouble now.
Trying to
He's
pin
got that
arm
outside arm.
This very well, very big. This could be close to a finish here. Graustick's turtling up, but he's trying to get back to his feet. There's one hook. Nice roll from Graustick to try and get out of it.
He's got to take that neck.
But the composure of Mitch Raposo to stay with the position, keep on the back. Excellently done. I can't see anything from the monitor or the cameras right now to see if that arm is anywhere near the chin of Will Graustuck. Graustuck trying to punch from his back there.
Mitch has only got one hook on that side. Oh, looking for two.
On cue, it said. A lot of hand fighting going on. I mean, even here with the back take, Graustuck's intelligent to know exactly where Raposo's going to try and place his hands and his wrist to go for the choke and stop it from happening. Rolls out beautifully to get back to half guard. Great survival from Mitch Raposo, from Will Graustuck, I'm sorry. Ten seconds left in this title fight. Mitch Raposo did not get the finish that he was looking for, but he continues to show just how dominant he is against anyone that steps in his way. Going for submission attempts left and right. The output of the ground and pound is sensational. He keeps improving every fight. I know he's going to be upset that he didn't get the submission, but this is the best that Mitch Raposo has looked, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, again, 5 rounds of domination. You know, Will Graustuck, he's such a crafty guy, so good off his back. I mean, he's so hard to tap. I mean, Mitch dominated the fight, but he just wasn't able to finish. And that's not on Mitch. That just shows how good Will is.
I mean, Mitch didn't play anything safe at all. He was going for passes left and right, was always elevating his hips in the air to try and sneak the knee through. So he was continually pressuring. He never took a break in the fight, always trying to isolate an arm, find the neck, throw some punches. A sensational performance. Got to take into consideration that these are also flyweights. Nothing against you little guys, but there's not as much power, there's not as much strength, there's not as much muscle behind as many of the attacks that go on. So they're crafty, they're speedy. It's just in any weight class, any smaller weight class against any combat sports, the smaller guys don't finish as many fights. So Raposo shouldn't be critical of this performance. He looked as great as he ever has. And, you know, Will Graustuck stepped up and took a fight that no one else wanted to take. That is a true savage and a half. On a 2-fight skid, he's got nothing to hang his head on. He went out there and he weathered the storm that is Mitch Raposo for a second time. He's lost 5 rounds in a row to the champ, but still, he just showed how good his jiu-jitsu is, was continually one step ahead of Mitch Raposo's attacks to be able to stop them, and that was what led him to not be finished.
Yeah, Mitch is shaking his head. He's frustrated with this one. And you know what I mean? That's a testament to this kid has much higher goals, much higher standards for himself. He does not see himself as an amateur champion. He sees himself as a future world champion.
Well, you consistently see improvements in him. So that's something that I love seeing, is just the improvements in the young fighter, and Mitch Raposo looked as good as he ever did. Harry Jones has the decision. He is set to make it official.
All right, taking it all 5 rounds. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. We took it down to the judges' table, and with scores of 50-45, 50-44, and 50-45, we have your winner by unanimous decision. And still, Cage Titans flyweight champion, give it up for mighty Mitch Raposo.
Mitch Raposo defends his
Mighty
belt
Mitch.
for the first time. Mighty Mitch, Minnie Mouse, Minnie Mighty Mouse, Minnie Mighty Mitch. Too many nicknames for too many of these fighters.
Yeah, Mitch Raposo, again, 5 rounds, domination, 50-45. That's how I scored it.